Here today to talk about what could happen to this boy and his family, his parents, is criminal defense attorney David Schwartz. And child psychologist Dr. Susan Lipton. Boy, we don't know for sure. There's so much we don't know about this case, David. But let's say somebody died in this particular fire.
Right.
Boy, the charges go up.
Well, the charges could go up. You're looking at arson charges. A murder charge in this case, a wanton disregard for human life, I'm not sure. Regardless, the child will be prosecuted in juvenile court as opposed to an adult court.
Well, his parents are going to say he didn't mean to start this fire.
Right, he
accidentally started a fire.
Juliet, that is the defense in this case. Absolutely. It's a kid playing with matches in the forest. It has a look at the effect. It was a disproportionate result, and that's what took place here.
But they have to investigate. What if we find out the parents knew that this has happened? When did they know it, and why didn't they call 911 immediately? Are the parents responsible for it?
We're looking probably at some civil liability for the parents. And it's a stretch because, you know, a 10-year-old child can leave the house. A parent doesn't have to watch that child all the time. It's negligent supervision of a child. It's going to come down to, did this child do it in the past? Should they have known? Did they know or should they have known that this child has started fires in the past? And then there could be culpability on the parents' part.
We don't know the story about this kid. We don't know if he's an arsonist, or we don't know what his past is. But obviously, the fact that he didn't go and tell anybody right away was a problem. What does that say to you psychologically?
Well, psychologically, we know that he has some kind of psychiatric disorder. We see that you're going to be the hero for saying, hey, there's a fire, I found a fire, look.
Like David said, let's say that he has arson in his past. There is let's say that, and we're not saying this at all, but if
right.
he has a psychotic disorder, what is the connection with fire? Why do they like fire so much?
It's very exciting for all children, but fire setters have a triad. They're often bedwetters, and what's the other one? I forgot.
There's a sexual connection, you say?
Yes, there's a sexual connection.
Really?
We see, yeah, in prisoners, we see that they have been fire setters and doing cruelty to animals.
Don't jump ahead of ourselves. Okay.
Right.
Cruelty to animals, I mean, that's a jump there. I mean, come on.
This is
a child setting a fire. Lots of children set fires. They play with matches. They're fascinated. People blow off their hands by accident with fireworks. Yeah. I mean, to make that jump, to become,
I didn't make the jump. The research made the jump.
And I'm not sure about
the
big if there, so.
Yeah.
All right, so these parents will be facing what if it's determined that he did start this fire?
I find it hard to believe the parents are going to be criminally culpable here, but in the civil context, it could be negligent supervision of a minor, and it's going to come down to, should they have known that this child has done this in the past?
As a psychologist,
yes.
Will he ever be able to get over this? What should the parents say to this kid? He's probably mortified, and so are they.
Yes, but the question is, why wasn't it reported earlier? You know, if he was ashamed, if he was afraid, you know, that would be good. That would show that there was some kind of
How does he move on from it, though, if it was an accident?
There's a long psychological event that has to happen for him to move on from this. And in fact, lots of psychiatric hospitals don't want to take fire setters because they're afraid that they're
going to burn the building down.
The hospital will be burned down.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
So it's hard to get treatment.
We'll keep you guys up to date on what happens with this young boy.
Thank you.